Hi all! Everything in my video is pulled from the public domain, and I am using them under the Fair Use, Fair Dealings guidelines. Everything I say is my own opinion. You should look into this information for yourselves, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Good morning, everybody, and happy Wednesday morning. Oh my goodness. This stuff practically writes itself. I mean, really, you guys. Let's just jump in and get there, shall we? Let's go. To start with, I want to say a big thank you to Tony. Tony, unfortunately, I don't have a list of the stamps that were stolen. I mean, she had collected, there was a whole coin and stamp collection. All the coins were stolen. She had 2 books of stamps. They took one of the books. They left 1 book behind. It's just gone. But so people are sending me stamps, and I'm going to start my own collection. All right. Next up, we want to say happy birthday to the Princess Royal. Man, she was a dish. You know, it really gets me that they're like, oh, the royals wish her a happy birthday after the Meghan Markle snub. They only wish happy birthday to working royals. Meghan is not a working royal. And I might add that Harry and Meghan didn't wish her a happy birthday either. They don't wish anybody a happy birthday. I mean, come on. Weren't these two adorable when they were small children? I just love it. But what I really, really love is the fact that they had a very close bond when they were younger. They still have a close bond. Princess Anne is right in there. You know, the golden stick. I just love that. All right, let's move on. We're moving on to a story that seems to have a life of its own. We're going to have to go back in history just a little bit. But essentially, the Princess of Wales, Princess Catherine, went to a rave. I guess is how you would say it. She went dining with the Marquess and the Marchioness, I think is how you say it. It's David and Rose at Houghton Hall. And there's a festival that takes place there on their 1,000-acre estate. And after dinner, one of the guests told Catherine, you know, you should probably just go to the festival and enjoy yourself. And Catherine was like, you know, apparently, according to the article, she was a little nervous, but after much discussion, she went with security officers. It's a 24-hour music festival. It's done by DJ Craig Richard, who launched the event in 2017. Over 200 artists perform. There's 13 stages. It went from Thursday to Sunday. Music was playing somewhere on the estate at all times. About 12,000 people attended, and they don't know, or they're not saying that Catherine ever attended previously. They think this might be the first time she's done it. But it's being reported that she had a really good time. Now, Rose is the mother of 3 children and their neighbors. And remember, this is the woman that the rumors came out, thanks to the Sussex Squad, saying that Rose was having an affair with William, that William is really the father of Rose's children. Rose, by the way, has twins, Alexander and Oliver, and then a 3rd child named Iris. She's been happily married for a long time. And when Catherine and William are at Amer Hall, the 2, Rose and her husband, live by in Houghton Hall, which is apparently a huge palatial house. Now, for those of you who don't remember, let me just remind you, I'm just going to give you a reminder that Harry and Meghan went to Soho House in Amsterdam, okay? It was a secret trip. Nobody knew they were there, but it came out that they were there after one of Meghan's friends, who happened to be at Soho House at the same time, came out and with this rumor that he heard. He put up a tweet, and what he said in the tweet was that William was cheating on Catherine with this woman, Rose, essentially. I find it very interesting he would put up a tweet like that right after hanging out with Harry and Meghan. Anyway, he then retracted it and put this up saying, I was joking. I don't know anything about the royal family. But for some reason, the Sussex Squad, even though the guy came out and said it wasn't true, the Sussex Squad have grabbed onto this and are throwing the affair rumor around. Now, just as an interesting note, remember I told you that Catherine went there to eat dinner at the on-site turntable and napkin restaurant, and it's being reported that she left a 700-pound tip for the servers. very generous. But somehow that doesn't surprise me. Moving on to Prince William. Now, we know that Harry went to Asia and he went to some, summit about philanthropy, which he should know absolutely nothing about. And then he went to play for Simpsonville. But all it took to knock Harry off the front page was the news that William took over Harry's regiment, army regiment. Now, another reason why it's easy to knock Harry off the pages is because they're saying that Harry's royal status literally is gone. When he was there at polo, we know that he was unsure of what to do once the polo match he participated in had finished. I previously showed you this video, but let's take a look at it now from another angle. Harry kind of dithers around, then Nacho calls out to him, so he walks back to talk to his friend rather than having his friends' admirers come to him as they would have done in the past. This was very interesting that this was pointed out in the article, that he looked awkward, he was left to his own devices, that basically he was left alone, unhosted, and basically ignored by everybody at the event. But if he had been there as a royal, he would have been the center of attention and, polite flattery, etc., etc. And we already know that when Harry was presented with the trophy, he didn't let any of his teammates hold on to it other than Nacho, okay? He was left just, I don't know what to say. He looked so awkward. He did. He tried to gain attention by making a small joke and pretending to carry the award and buckling under its weight and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, very interesting stuff. Now, the article also says, and I am reading straight from the article, that Harry appeared awkward because, ready? He didn't have the adoring gaze from his wife to bathe in. Really? Is that supposed to be a joke? Because, damn. I'm telling ya. The truth is, and I've said it before and I'll say it again, the only thing that made Harry interesting while he was in the United States was the fact that he was attached to the royal family. And now that he is not really attached to the royal family, he's, like a fallen angel. He's a fallen prince. Nobody's really that interested in him. He no longer has a connection to William or to King Charles or Queen Camilla, and everybody around him knows that he's untrustworthy and he repeats things. Now, the next bit of information, which just shocks me, which is why he will never return to royal life. If you can imagine this, Harry still wants the royal family to apologize to Meghan for the way that he says, the way that she was treated after the two of them got married. But he still hasn't been able to say exactly what happened to her within the royal family, that the royal family should apologize to her. I don't get it. I mean, he's got to know that they're never going to apologize. It is up to him to understand that there is not going to be an apology. So he should just kiss the rest of his family goodbye. From what I understand, there is absolutely no communication between the brothers or Harry and Charles. There is no communication. But I really would like to know, even from what I've heard from little bits of Spare, somebody needs to tell me why he wants the royal family to apologize. Can somebody explain it to me? I'm not trying to be smart. Could somebody please give me examples of what the royal family did to her that they should apologize? Somebody, anybody, tell me. I would really like to know. I don't get it. I don't get it. This guy is like, yeah. All right. All right, you guys, that is the end of video 1. Come on with me to video 2. Let's go.